Ed. All right, hello everybody, how you doing? Awesome. Man, this is incredible. Thank you all for being here. This is the 4th year that we've actually hosted an evening at the GAMA Trade Show. So I'll put the welcome store owners up there for you. When we started off 2014, we had 25 stores in attendance that evening. And to look out and see where this room has grown each year, a little bit over 100 people here this evening, so that's pretty incredible. I just want to say how thankful I am to get the opportunity to speak with you guys all again this year. Thank you. Now, many of you have been attending these GAMA Trade Shows. You probably got my routine down by now. We typically come out here. I want to talk to you about the next 6 to 9 months of initiatives for TCGplayer. These are the things that are really going to affect your business. We kind of talk about the items we're going to roll out this spring, then coming this summer, and then finally coming this fall. These are the big ones targeted at your stores, hopefully to grow your sales on the TCGplayer marketplace. But that's not what we're going to be talking about this night. Unfortunately, our entire industry, your stores, us, require something different. But first, growing your sales. Now, in 2016, we had a tremendous year, and so that wasn't actually the issue. So I'll show you what I mean there. Your sales were up 60% year over year, so that's tremendous. And that resulted in 30 million products that sold. Now, that's a pretty large number. And now, TCGplayer is just a marketplace, so there's 30 million of your products that sold. So I just want to say thank you to those store owners that were part of this incredible number last year. Jim, Damien, others that are here. You guys really helped us out, Brad back there. Oh, but as you guys think back to last year, as you start thinking about 2016 and everything that occurred during that year, when I throw up this big number on the board, probably scratching your heads just a little bit, right? I mean, that October that you had to go through, lots of problems, lots of drama, lots of worries. And so, in fact, the store owners that were here last year that participated in this big number, you guys, in fact, know the truth a little bit here. You know that you should have had so many more sales in 2016 than what you ended up with. And you know the truth that it was your e-commerce providers, right, that let you down. And that's why your sales suffered. So that's why I'm not standing up here talking about new initiatives that my company's worked on to grow your sales. Because unfortunately, out of our control, and what has been out of your control, your e-commerce providers, the failures throughout all of 2016, those same failures that are carrying over into this same year, well, those have put a cap on the potential sales that your stores are capable of receiving. So tonight is the night that we have to address these problems head on and kind of talk openly about the failures. There's so many stores that are in this room that have avoided going online. You've been waiting to sign up for the e-commerce provider, but you've heard from your peers about all these problems. You've been waiting for things to clear up. So what I want to do is address the 3 biggest failures that we have seen that have truly affected your sales, the ones that have held you back from your sales going all the way up to that full potential bar. So we're going to talk about 3 of these issues, and if we could just see some improvement, and by talking about them, I hope that's what happens, but if we could see some improvement in these areas, then we could start addressing how we're going to grow your sales beyond 30 million, maybe to 100 million in 2018. So we'll start off with the first failure of 2016. And this is just simply technology. Technology is supposed to be cool, and it's supposed to really improve your lives, right? But you're still manually updating your prices each day, repeating the same task day after day. If you had price automation tools, that would free you up, free your best employees up to go off and do other tasks. You're still hand entering the quantities and products that you receive in the spreadsheets and web forms. The general public, they have card scanning technology right on their cell phones. Why don't your stores have technology like that? So technology is where we need to see an improvement. That would eliminate these repetitive tasks that your stores have to put up with. It would free you up, free your best employees up to drive more revenue for you. So now the second failure of 2016 is product line growth. There were nearly 1 million product SKUs added to the collectible gaming industry in 2016. But the bulk of those products did not sync up between your stores and TCG Player. So these products, we're talking the full range of collectibles. The latest card, dice, and miniature games, product supplies, non-English cards, promos. You should be able to list any product line you want, put it up wherever you want, or you're just leaving money on the table. And so the business decisions by your e-commerce providers, well, these have limited your potential sales so that you can't grow beyond the 4 main card games. So we need to see a change there in that mentality. And now there's the third and final failure. And this is the one I'm hesitating clicking the next slide because it brings back so many negative connotations to so many people in this room. We got to talk about it, and it's the service outages. It felt like 2016 was the year of service outages. Some of these events happened for days at a time. There are some of our peers that had fantastic stores. They're not with us this year. They were not prepared for that much outages to come at the exact time that it came. And so these really hurt your stores. But the issue is, it's not just the day-long outages that affect you. Even when they're just short, just a few hours at times, those are the ones that land during the peak sales period of a pre-release weekend or a Pro Tour weekend, and they have huge ramifications on your stores. So I'll talk to you about Black Friday. The best sales day TCG Players ever had. Leaps and bounds, just an amazing sales day. For most of the big stores in this room, your best sales day of the year as well. But on that same day, the servers went out for the biggest e-commerce provider for 4 or more hours. So if you think about looking back at a day like that, wanting that type of sales day again, thinking it was spectacular, but in the end, that server outage, it actually robbed you of 20% of your potential sales, even on that great day. Modern Masters, that comes out in just a few days. We follow up in less than a month with Onket, the next huge expansion for Magic the Gathering. And these sets, these are the tremendous revenue-driving sets. We're going to see traffic spike 3 to 5 times its normal levels at TCG Player. Then we're going to pour some gas on that fire. We're going to do some kickback sales. We're going to drive and give away our commission to push sales right at your stores. But the problem with that is it crashes the servers on your e-commerce provider each and every time that we do these sales. So you're going to get an email from them because they know this happens. They have not been able to fix the problems. And that email is going to come in, and what's the tip that they're going to give you on how you can protect yourself against sales of oversales? Right. They're going to tell you to turn your web store off on a pre-release or Pro Tour weekend. That's just the craziest imaginable thing of advice that you could possibly get, and it's crazy how they even think they could come up with saying that. And that's just why I think some of you just get so frustrated, right? You not getting the latest technologies given to your stores. You're not being allowed to sell the product lines that you want to sell. And even what you do have access to isn't working all the time. And so many of you have been reaching out, and you've been very vocal that you want to see a change, and you want to see something new. And we've been watching you post on social media. You've been typing in all caps to each other, screaming about the problems. You've been emailing our customer service team. And many of you I've known for 10 years now. You've been calling me on my cell phone. And you've all been just saying one thing. You've been making one single request. TCG Player, do something! Right? Well, we've been listening, we've been watching these posts. We've been very, very busy behind the scenes. And that's why I'm very thrilled to have you all in the room tonight so we can tell you that we have finally created for you a new e-commerce solution. So, what I think is that you're going to love this new e-commerce solution. We think it's going to completely end your frustrations. I'd like to show it to you tonight for the first time, if you're up for that. So we're calling this new product TCG Player Pro. Now I'm going to walk you through the great features of TCG Player, and you're going to see why, starting this very day, gaming retail will never be the same. I also want to point out that what I'm going to be showing to you is going to be running live directly off the servers at TCGplayer.com. Because we watched this drama unfold from October on, we've worked very hard behind the scenes, and we understand how critical it is for your stores that you have access to a new e-commerce solution, not in 3 to 6 months like we would usually do so, not coming soon as you're often promised, but everything I'm about to reveal to you is available for your stores starting today. So, what I'd like to do is introduce you to the first feature of TCG Player Pro. It's going to be your new online web store. And we're going to be using a real-life example for this scenario. So I want to introduce you to a store based out of Lexington, Kentucky. They're called D20 Hobbies. And the owner of D20 Hobbies is James Risner. And James is in attendance tonight. James, how you doing? Great to see you, James. Thank you for being here, James. I'm excited to finally get to show off this new feature using your store. I think everybody's going to love this. So, let me give you some quick facts about D20 Hobbies. 2,763 square feet of space. They're Friday Night Magic. They average about 24 attendees. Here's the 4 games that they currently sell on TCGplayer.com. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Cardfight, Vanguard. But their stores also carry the following product lines, which they do not yet sell on TCG Player. Board games, action figures, miniatures, and RPGs. So now, let's go take a look at D20 Hobbies running live off the TCG Player servers. So we got this up and running. I just want to tell you first off, the #1 goal that we had for your web stores is all about speed. We want the entire setup process to be less than 30 minutes for you. So on the screen right now, this is a version of D20 Hobbies using one of 20 different themes available right now. We created 20 themes for today's launch because we knew that in order to keep that setup process at less than 30 minutes, we need to eliminate the entire payment or the idea of having to go after and get graphic designers to work on your website. So outside of the D20 Hobbies logo, which we took right off of their Facebook page, absolutely everything that you're seeing is provided as part of the TCG Player Pro package, and it requires absolutely no graphic design. So I'll walk you through it. We got the domain name up at the top here, so you do get to brand and make your own unique space on the internet that is yours to engage with only your customers. We have this navigation bar on the side here. This is fully customizable for your stores. You control the product lines that are listed in it. You control what order they're in. You control if you want to have a category drop down or not. And then we have these extra links along the side. These are fully customizable. You can list and link to any products or pages that you want to. YouTube videos, PDF files, article blogs, it's all yours to fully control. And we actually have some widgets or some themes that are built right out of the box for the Contact Us Events calendar. I'll show you those shortly. Then we have the hero banners. So you can have hero banners running in rotation. TCG Player provides a ton of them right out of the box. It's got every single game, all the latest releases. They run as background images so that you can control every aspect of the text and where it links. So you don't have to pay anybody to actually make a change for your banner. So you can see these different ones. I'll click back over to one of these. We got Snapcaster Mage here. So this box over here is the fully customizable area for your stores to control the text, where it links to if you want a button. This is, you have the ability to link to the Modern Master set landing page itself. You can link to the Snapcaster page itself. You can have a writer that's in your store. You can store credit to wrote an article for you. Link to that as far as it's concerned. So it's fully customizable as far as what you want to do with your hero banners. We'll keep coming right on down the page, the top selling products. This is a widget that is provided to you that is running off the power of TCG Player. We're looking at the tens to hundreds of millions of products that are sold at TCG Player. We parse out the top selling products across every product line, We then compare it against your store. We look at your product lines and then what you have in stock to build this top-selling widget so it's dynamically updated every hour. If you buy Snapcaster Mage and add it to inventory within the hour, it's going to appear most likely on the homepage being promoted to your customers. Latest releases, it's the same idea. These are the latest releases based around the product lines that you're carrying. So this eliminates the need for you to have to micromanage your site. If you put a new setup, having to go and add a graphic, it's just working as it should for you, so you can run your business. The footer, we have the full contact information. Once again, you control which information you want to display. If you don't want your phone number on it, it doesn't have to be there. You have your social media widgets. Everything is there for you. And then I told you that we have 20 themes that are part of the launch of TCGplayer Pro. So it's a little bit of an Easter egg, but the main front-end developer who built this was intrigued when we told him D20 Hobbies was the store we were building it for. He wanted to build 20 themes because in his mind, a gaming store, you all have 20-sided die. It's tough to make a decision each day. It takes 2 seconds to change a theme. You just pull a drop-down, switch it, and everything about your site changes on the fly, no reloading, no refreshes. So you can just roll a 20-sided die and take any one of the themes and change it up every single day if you want to. I'll show you what that looks like. And so here we have the D20 Hobbies logo, or webpage. This is a completely different theme, and it's reacting off of some changes we made. We removed Magic the Gathering and focused this version on anime games. And you can see we took the category bar out. That's an option you have. And then this one links to articles, where the other one didn't. So the hero banners look fantastic on the black background. The top-selling product dynamically adjusts and reacts to what product lines this store is spotlighting. And the exact same thing with the latest releases. Dynamically reacts and changes based upon their products. So come back over here. I'll show you the search bar, which is built out, pulling all the data from TCGplayer and then comparing it to your product lines. You can see Magic the Gathering, Card Fight, Pokemon, full reference. This is great for your customers to find cards from you. So now, let's go take a look at inside the store. We're going to look at the most recent set, 8th of Revolt. And this is a gallery view. It's something we don't even have on TCGplayer.com. We built this out for your stores. There's a couple different views available for your customers. There's the gallery view, then there's the shopping view, which customers have become familiar with our marketplace. And I want to sort this by how to low, so we can see the top selling products. I have Heart of Koran, Walking Ballista, Paradox Engine. So Heart of Koran, near mint English, lightly played English, near mint Chinese. So there's been some problems with non-English cards, with business decisions being made that have limited your ability to sell those cards on TCGplayer, but now the entire catalog of TCGplayer is in your hands. So you have non-English cards from the full spectrum of everything ever printed for Magic. You can list those cards and they sync right open at TCGplayer.com if you want them to. So that is a lot of additional revenue that's going to be part of your stores. We'll dive into Heart of Koran now. Pay for the fastest internet we can get. So here we go. Lightly played English is pulled up at the top because it's the lowest priced card for this Heart of Koran. We've got a description section. We've got a related product section. I want to highlight what you can't see right now. A website like TCGplayer, Marketplace, we get between 300,000 to 400,000 unique visitors every single day. Those visitors, 60% of them each day, they come from Google, a search engine. Sometimes they come from Bing, like 1 or 2, but mostly Google. So Google, when you think about them, you want to think about search engine optimization. That much traffic's coming to us, that's the same amount of traffic you should expect that's going to land in your stores. So we've taken 10 years of our search engine optimization knowledge and built that into your store. So first, little things, like the Heart of Koran, it's in the bigger font that Google picks up. The image is actually encoded behind the scenes for Google to parse out and read properly. The full description is on the page. People don't always just type out Heart of Koran, and sometimes they can't remember the name, they type out the description. And the related products, these are all the hot products that sort of link strategically with this product. But then there's also what you don't see. So Google has made a huge push for mobile friendly. If your website's mobile friendly, you are going to come out ahead of another store that's not mobile friendly. So we have put a lot of effort into building this out for you. So this starts changing and shifting over. So here's a tablet view You can see the navigation disappears and goes into what is called the hamburger menu. And things just keep changing. I'll show you the iPhone/Android view. Stacks perfectly. You can read everything perfectly. And then you can just see how easy it is to slide with just a finger. So this is going to be great on the touchscreen. So this is built out not just for search engine optimization, but it's also great for your own customers who come into your store. They have cell phones on them. Now they have full access and can see 100% of all of your inventory right from the phone and use that to help purchase and make decisions. So now, the entire point of the store is to get a sale, right? So let's go add this to cart and see how things play out. We have a little modal that pops up, and we have related products. And so I just want to highlight related products. Once again, this is looking at every sale that we've ever had for Hardware. We had a lot of sales. And we compare all of those sales in every product that's ever been listed in there and compile it with the top products that sell at Hardware. Now these are typically the strategies that people are playing most of the top level decks is what this breaks out. So this is great for your own customers. Now when they're shopping on their store, they can see all the other cards that pair up perfectly with them, so they keep buying. But it's also great if you have an employee who's maybe not an expert at Magic. Now you have a tool for them that if somebody walks up to your register and is trying to buy Hard Crime and asking them questions, they can quickly just pull this up and see all the cards that are strategically playing out with that card. And these are only the products that are in stock within your store. So we're looking at all the products that pair with it and then looking at what you have in stock. So we'll go view cart and check out. Okay, so we've transitioned out of d20hobbies.com and moved over to a section of TCGplayer.com that is branded to look like D20 and branded a lot nicer than what you've seen in the past from some other places. So this version, we made this decision to pull it out of d20hobbies.com and move over to the back of TCG Player for 3 different reasons. And these are 3 important reasons for you. The first is all about speed. Security certificates are something you need installed in order to check a customer out. If you had to go off and buy that security certificate, send it over to us, have us install it, have us test it, that's 1 to 2 days. We want to keep that window of setup process at 30 minutes or less, so this absolutely does that. It's now our security certificates that are getting installed on your behalf. You're also not buying that security certificate and not renewing that every single year, so that's money back in your pocket. But there's 2 other huge reasons. And I'll just hit check out. And so here we go. Here's the address of TCGplayer.com's headquarters, and it's my credit card that's saved. I've never visited this page before, but I visited TCGplayer.com a lot. I buy just a ton of popper cards. We have a popper league at the store, and I'm actually the champion 2 years running now, so it's a little thing right there. It's possible some of the employees throw the games to me, but we'll just think about that. But here's my information that carried right over without me ever visiting this website before, because like me, hundreds of thousands of other customers have made purchases at TCGplayer.com. Many of your players that visit your stores, when you launch your new store on TCGplayer Pro, the first time one of your players comes to your own website, they're not going to have to enter in their shipping or billing information or their credit card information. This is going to help you tremendously with conversions. Saves them a lot of time. It makes it so quick that you can just do impulse buying from you. And it's also the technology behind this. You have these address books that pop up and can save all of your customers' information. And of course, the credit card being saved. So that's fantastic too. But the third reason is all about technology again and how it should be applied to save you time and a lot of thought process you really shouldn't have to be worried about. E-commerce providers know all the information about the customers. They're seeing them move from store to store, and we see them moving on a marketplace. We have all that knowledge about the customer. We should be using that to give you peace of mind. So if you have an order on your web store 2 days after you launch your store, and it's for $2,000, and the shipping address doesn't match the billing address, normally you'd get a little worried. You'd be trying to check up on that customer, find out some information, look them up on Facebook. So you're worried about shipping that order. Well, our advice is you absolutely should ship it because 2 reasons. Credit card fraud, something you probably will worry about because you lose $2,000 if a customer had done something. We're protecting you on that. You will never have to worry about credit card fraud with your online store ever again. And lost packages. The USPS could lose that package. The customer could claim they don't receive that package. We have more information about that customer than anybody, so it is on us to do our job, use our technology, and back you up. Let you run your business and protect you from lost packages. So you don't have to worry about lost packages. So those are the 3 reasons why we made that decision. I think they're going to be great for your stores to get a lot of peace of mind. We'll go back to the home page, and I'll show you a couple of those links that we talked about that are fully customizable. I don't think I should click either. Okay, so first, events calendar. This is one of the pre-built themes. All you need to do is just enter in your calendars. You might have multiple different calendars for multiple different games. You can pull all of those into one unified calendar. You get to control the header, the top of the page, any information you want to put there. You can see it ships very easily, especially on a mobile phone. It's really sharp to read. The About Us page is one of those customizable pages. This is just a default shell of a page. I wanted to show you an example of what you could do with just the bare basics of any HTML knowledge. So here's information about D20 Hobbies. It's just taking a few images off the phone and some text. And it's a nice looking page. And it doesn't require any graphic design work. Then there's the Contact Us page. This is, you control the top of the page, and then all this information fills in for you based upon the information you want to display to the public. And then Google Maps reacts based upon you putting an address in. And so now your customers can get directions to your store. You have a form so they can contact you very easily. So that is your new online web store, and we're pretty excited about that. What I'd like to talk to you about now is you have this beautiful online web store, but you also have these tremendous, amazing community hubs, which is your physical brick and mortar store. So the goal of any brick and mortar store is to be able to check out a customer within your store, have that product removed from your online store, and vice versa. If you have a $200 item that sells online, and it's sitting in your showcase, and a couple minutes later somebody walks up to that showcase and wants to buy it, you want to know not to sell that a second time. You want your physical and online inventory to stay perfectly in sync. So I want to show you 2 ways that we have built into TCGplayer Pro to accomplish that feat for you. And the first is on the shopping cart. So it's part of your online web store, and it's in-store pickup. So we'll pop that up right there. We have Pay Now and Pay Later. Pay Now is exactly what you would think it would be. It's the ability for the customer to pay with a credit card and have that information sent over to you to pull the order and have it waiting for them in the store. So this is great for your customers that are at home or at work or at school, maybe they're in class making orders from you. Next, you got your mobile phones. So a customer could be in your store pulling up your mobile-friendly website, shopping from you during rounds, placing the order so it's ready for them to pick up after the end of the round. And laptops. Many of the stores in the country are putting laptops around the store so customers can load up the online store and get full access to all their inventory. They don't want to have every card they own on display. They put their hot cards on display, and everything back is in the warehouse perfectly cataloged so you can sell it both online and in your physical store. So for laptops, you can just have your customers choose in-store or Pay Now, and they can just pay in that fashion. But we also have Pay Later. This is designed for cash payments. So customers have cash on them, or maybe they don't want to enter their credit card information into that laptop that's sitting publicly right in the tournament hall. So Pay Later, it sends a list of the products over to your stores. We'll talk about lists a couple times during this presentation. But it sends a list of those items into your admin panel so you can pull it up later and close out that order and take the cash from the customer. It doesn't take those orders out of inventory at that moment because they haven't paid you. They got to pay you to get the cards. But it pulls it in so it's just that quick to check them out. And if a customer does say Pay Later, we just click Confirm. And this is what the customer sees. Your list has been sent to D20 Hobbies. It even has the address in case they didn't have a credit card and wanted to pay by cash and get it ready for when they come into the store. So we got that method for you. So in-store pickup, that is one great way for you to be able to sync your physical products with your online store. But sometimes you have customers that walk up to your showcases, right? And they want to buy those products out of the showcase, and you have a couple problems here. You don't want to price all of your products ahead of time. If you put the stickers on it, that's the price you're supposed to sell it for. So if it goes up in price over the weekend, especially on Monday after a Pro Tour, John Finkel starts playing with the deck, you're going to have some cards go up in price. You don't want to lose out on that value. But you also, then that means you have to have a Magic the Gathering expert working behind the register. And you can't always do that either. So, what I want to do is point out an example of how we have solved this particular problem for you. I want to introduce you to the card scanning technology that is going to be built as part of TCGplayer Pro. It's provided to you as part of this service. And I'm going to walk over here and get it all ready for you. Actually, give me 1 second. I was supposed to walk you through the scenario first. I want to do that real quick just so we can set this up. James is in the crowd tonight, and James is the owner of D20 Hobbies. So when I think about an owner, I think somebody who might not be completely up to date on all Magic the Gathering cards. You're not the expert anymore. You're pretty busy working with the accounting software. You're pretty busy ordering stuff from Diamond. You've got employees you've hired to be those experts now. So what happens when that expert has to go on break? And you come into the store, and so we'll role play a scenario where we have a customer named Timmy who's come into the store, and Timmy wants to buy 3 cards of the showcase. We haven't priced the cards ahead of time, so I'm going to be James, and I'm going to show you how the card scanning technology works. So we have this right here. So all we have set up is we have a light that we have put on the play mat, or up here because of how horribly lit it is in here right now. You probably won't even need the light at your own store. And then we have our webcam, but any web camera will work for you. So I'm going to just pull this screen up. I've got my 3 cards. Timmy has handed me 3 cards. He's pulled out of the showcase, okay? And so, let me close this up. The first one is written, it's in a penny sleeve, it says LPM. So just light and play. So this is the way D20 Hobbies is tracking the conditions within their store, because that's all you need to do anymore. You don't have to price your products any longer. So I've got this 1 card that Timmy's picked out, the Heart of Koran, and he's handed me 2 more cards, and these are both near mint. So let's go scan in the Heart of Koran. We get that nice beeping noise so you know it's successful. And then let's pull up the software on the screen. And we've got a couple different price points for you. We've got Market, which is sitting here. This is a fantastic reference for you. This is the TCGplayer Marketplace. It's running live, it's updating constantly, it's what the price of that card is trending at across the entire country right now. So you've got that as a reference, and then there's store. That's your store's price. If you've entered in the price in the system, that's it pulling up right here. So I'll switch to near mint and scan in the 2 more cards. Got to get it within the screen. And so we got $40.61 is what these cards are going up for. I want to talk to you about buy prices. There's one more feature within here. I could switch this button over to buy prices, and the store price that's listed right now is the prices I've entered to purchase these cards from customers. So if Timmy had walked in with these 3 cards, I'd be paying him $8.61 to take them in. But I want to take cash from Timmy, so I'll go back to sell prices, and then all I need to do is submit lists. So here's those lists again. And this list is on its way up to TCGplayer. There it is. And I've got remove from buy list. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add the inventory right now. But I want to create an order. I'm just going to verify these are the right conditions. Create an order. Super fast, as you can see, even on this bad internet. And then we've got the boxes right here, so you can edit the prices if you need to. If your customer during the middle of the transaction notices there's a ding on the card, wants to try and talk you down a little bit, you have the ability to do that or discount them. And you've also got the market price right there for reference, so you can pull it up. Now, we're going to create an order. And we have a successful order, $40.61. These 3 cards have been removed from inventory. They are no longer available for sale on the online web store, so it won't get product oversales. And now, I want to take cash from Timmy. So the beauty of the system that we're providing is a great inventory tracking tool. We are not developing a point of sale where we say, use our point of sale and nobody else's. What we built you is a tool for collectible gaming that allows you to work with any point of sale system in the world. Lightspeed, Diamond, Square, Stripe, you name it. Your point of sale is whatever you want to choose, and then you get to use this as a alongside product. So I'm going to ask Timmy if he's ready to check out. I'm pretending I'm at a Lightspeed system, like their point of sale. Timmy lets me know he wants a candy bar and a soda, so I'll go grab those. And then I'm going to ring Timmy up. I've got my $40.61 that I'm going to ring up as magic signals. That's how we ring them up in our store. And then I got the soda for $2, and I've got a candy bar for $3. So we make a little profit here. And that's it. I got Timmy's information. I've connected this to his account. I close it out. I take his cash. I hand him his cards, and I hand him everything. And that is it. It's pretty simple. These are all the tools that you need to have your physical store sales and your online store sales finally just sync perfectly. So now I want to walk you through how you actually add product into TCGplayer Pro. So we have 3 methods that are available to you. The first, and this is exciting to announce, we have created migration tools for your stores. If you are a sync seller and you want to move to TCGplayer Pro, with just a click of a button, all of your synced inventory moves over into TCGplayer Pro. That same button push, now you can keep all of your feedback rating, and you can keep all of your order history and messages. The point is, it's a single button push. You get to keep all of your account information, and you get upgraded to TCGplayer Pro. So that's a pretty great tool for any sync sellers. If you're not a sync seller, or if it's about once you move over, how do you get product continuously into the system? Well, the second method is all about spreadsheets. We have developed some great spreadsheet systems on the back end of our site. You can download those spreadsheets based upon the set name, the product line, the rarity. Then you just edit the quantity fields, upload it right back to TCGplayer. Or web forms. We've also redone the entire back end of TCGplayer to be super fast for you. You can, once again, just search on product line, set, rarity, edit the quantity fields, hit the button, and mass update all your quantities. But these are the methods that you would absolutely expect to be there. And so we want to go a little bit beyond your expectations here. And technology is supposed to be cool, and it's supposed to improve your lives. So you open a lot of booster packs for your stores, like a lot. Then you enter in those booster pack contents into your digital system, and then you have to price those products. Well, wouldn't it be great if you could do every single one of those steps at one time? Well, now you can, because you have card scanning software that is right within your store. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. I'm going to portray a scenario that you guys are always doing. You have the booster packs that are ready for it. So I'm just going to start cracking open a booster pack of A3 Volt. And I'll pull back up my scanner, and I'll just create a new line right there. I got my meter mint check, and let's go. All right, so here we go. So the only secret to this thing is you have to keep the card within the border, and you can't have another card sitting on the screen. Only just one card at a time. And it's pretty fast, you can see it's just pulling up the prices. And we are in Vegas, so I had a card on the screen there. I am hoping that I can get at least a $10 card or more. Hopefully, we're starting to get there. So I'm into the uncommons. We got one more card to go, please. Big money, big money. And that does not work. Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're in Vegas. I'm live on video here, so I want to open one more pack. That's okay. So get that in there, and so it's asking if I want to put some magic Pokemon people. So I'm going to tell you some great news about TCGplayer Pro and what we're providing to your stores. The card scanning software works for more than just Magic. It now works for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Cardfight Vanguard, White Shorts, Force of Will, Dragon Ball Z, and Future Card Buddy Fight. This means that your employees, all of them, can now be experts at all of the top-selling card games. They're going to know every card ever printed. They're going to know the market prices for all those cards. And this is going to be incredible. We're helping your stores jump from product lines you currently carry into some of these new product lines. So that is the only reason to love this card scanning software though. Got one more good reason, and it's unlimited installs. This software, we've shown you how you can use it for a buyer's tool. You can use it for a point of sale tool. You can use it to add product to your system. So there's a lot of use cases for it, and you're going to want to install it on a lot of systems. So if you want to put it on 3 computers in your store, you can go for it. 5 computers you want to install on in the back office, so you can parse in collections, start getting all your cards into the digital world, so you can start selling online, that's fine. You want to go to a Grand Prix and bring 10 of these with you. Do that as well. The point is, unlimited installs means unlimited. So this software is being built as a tool to fuel your growth and your revenue and help you get in transition to an online world. Use as many versions of it as you want. So I'll go back over to Pokemon, and we'll show you a few of these different card games and how they work. And so it's asking if I want to switch from Magic to Pokemon, and heck yeah, I do. And here it is, parsing in the manifest. This is just grabbing the latest data. So if the prices have changed, if you have automated pricing set up or anything like that, it's automatically just pulled right in for it. There's Pokemon cards. Got a couple more here for you. We've got White Schwartz. Do I want to switch? Yes. Same thing. Make sure I get the most accurate prices. Thank you. We have no price in the store column because it's a card I don't sell. So now it's a card I could just add right up and price it. And Force of Will. And I'm really happy about Force of Will because we've had like 1,000 requests from stores to connect your stores to Force of Will. Once again, it's one of those business decisions that have sort of limited you. You've been forced to have 2 different accounts at times. Well, now all of Force of Will is available to your stores, and the knowledge and the price points for this entire product line. Come on, Internet. Here we go. And I'll just show you a little Easter egg here. We've got some players in our company that care about the game World of Warcraft. So World of Warcraft is here. What I want to point out, somebody else likes World of Warcraft. Every future game that is added to TCGplayer is going to go right into the software, and we're already busy adding some of the older games. We've been a publishing company for over 10 years now. We covered a lot of games. Those are being added in too, so you can bring those games back to life. I've got a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's just this simply is go like that. Yu-Gi-Oh is a little bit bigger game, so the manifest takes a couple seconds extra. And there we go. So that is your new card scanning technology. It works in some tremendous ways in your store. So adding products into your store could not be easier now. We're very excited about that. So that leaves a single task that is left for all of your stores to perform. You do this every single day. You tie up your best employees on it, and it's pricing your products, right? Updating those prices. So everything that you expect to be part of TCGplayer Pro is part of TCGplayer Pro. You can download spreadsheets and make sure to just edit the inventory. You can download them by set, rarity, etc. You can manipulate them, match them different price points, perform whatever functions you want in the spreadsheets, upload them right back to TCGplayer. That's a quick way. Web forms again. You can search the web forms. You can manipulate them. You can tie it up to different price points, hit mass update. It'll update all your prices. That is, again, what you would expect. And so we want to show you how technology can be cool and really change up your business and change up this industry. So I want you to think of a smartphone that you all have in your pocket and some of you are recording screens with. On that smartphone, you have made a choice to use a particular browser over the other browsers. On that same smartphone, you pull up by default an email client over all of the other email clients. What's different about those email clients? It's the same subject line, it's the same text body. It's about the user interface and your interaction with it. So, pricing your products. It's the most intimate thing you do to separate your store from other stores. You do this on a daily basis. We believe that you should be able to do the same power of choice. It should be available to you. So I want to introduce you to a fantastic new feature that we're really excited about. It's available as part of TCGplayer Pro. We think it's going to dramatically improve your businesses, and we're calling it TCGplayer Apps. So TCGplayer Apps. This is where developers from around the world are going to be posting the applications they've come up with to help solve the daily tasks you do in very unique ways. These applications, they're more than just mobile-based. They run within web browsers, they can be run right off of a PC. The developers are developing lots of different ways, and they understand that most of you operate on desktops. So for the launch of TCGplayer apps, we've been working with developers to create unique applications to help you price your products within your store. And this is going to really help you price them more efficiently. So TCGplayer apps, it's going to allow you to have access to multiple different pricing applications, different user interfaces, different price points that you can sort to. And through this diversity of applications, you're going to see innovation happen for this industry like never before. So I'm excited to now show you a video about TCGplayer apps, and here we go. So that's the new TCGplayer apps. It kicks off with a focus on price automation. So we've covered quite a few great features that are part of TCGplayer Pro. They're available for your store starting today. But no matter how cool or efficient a product looks for you, it has to just work. 2016 taught us anything. It was get rid of the bells and whistles if it matters. What you give me, please just make it work each day. So now I want to talk about the most important aspect of TCGplayer Pro, and that is service uptime. So, sorry, I had a delay here. Your e-commerce providers, they want you to believe that service uptime is all about the hardware, right? You're constantly getting notifications about the new servers they moved to, the new CPU they added on, how they're moving from Cloud X to Cloud Y. Well, the truth is that anybody that has a credit card, they can add on more and more hardware if they want to. The real key to service uptime is actually the people. So everything that I've shown to you today, it requires a lot of data to operate smoothly. Tens of millions of price updates that occur each day, hundreds of millions of product updates that need to be stored, instantly accessible by you. This is the huge problem that has to be tackled. It requires great system design and fanatical engineering. So that is why TCGplayer has hired the brightest technology minds in the country, and they've devoted them full time to working on this industry's problems. So these people up on the screen, these are the people that work at TCGplayer on your behalf. By assembling this team to make sure that your service uptime is in the right hands possible, we have been recognized for the following achievements. TCGplayer has been named one of the top 50 workplaces in all of New York State. 100% of the employees at TCGplayer say they're happy to work here. It's your challenges, it's the problems that they're solving for you that keep them that excited. And Fortune magazine has named TCGplayer one of the 100 best workplaces in all of the US for women. So you can do So I'm pointing out these achievements because they've allowed us to assemble some truly brilliant people that I think can put your minds at ease. You've got a great staff that's backing you up, the incredibly smart people that I get to work with each day at TCGplayer. So now that I've walked you through all of the incredibly great features of TCGplayer Pro, there's one question left, right? What does TCGplayer cost? Right? Okay. So believe me, we thought hard about this. It is important to us that this product, the price of it, not be a barrier to you choosing an e-commerce provider. Many of you in this room are thinking about making your first purchase and trying to get online. We want to see your businesses grow and scale and price not to be a barrier. So we're going to talk first about the current e-commerce providers and what they're charging. First up, you're under contract to pay $100 per month, no matter what happens. If you have server outages that month, you're still going to pay the fee. If it's August and it's a low sales month compared to the rest of the year, you're still going to pay that same fee. Next, they collect an additional 2.5% commission on online sales. Now, these are the sales that are made through your online web store and sites like TCGplayer.com. And finally, they charge you a minimum setup fee of $499. This is before you ever even have a sale. If you're not happy with their service after a few months, say goodbye to that setup fee, right? So you're locked into using only the applications that they provide you, one for each task, and that's it. You hire only their designers to try and make any changes to your website, and then you pay a ton of overlapping fees. But now there's TCGplayer Pro, right? Access to the newest technology. You have all of your employees now becoming experts at any of the popular card games. Your physical store, your online store, your marketplace, they all sync together now, and they have great service uptime. You can run unlimited applications that you can add on top of what you get at TCGplayer Pro to allow you to truly customize the selling experience. And finally, never having to worry about credit card fraud or lost packages again. That's a great one. So we got these guys back again on the left. A recurring monthly fee, a commission fee, a setup fee. It's like fee upon fee, right? It's just, ugh. Let's get rid of this. Nobody likes this. I want to see some big cuts made. So you ready to see the first cut? Monthly fee is completely gone. So right off the bat, this is $1,200 per year back in the pocket of any store who's using TCGplayer Pro. We are absolutely just going to match them on the 2.5% commission, and this is in addition to all the great features that we're adding on top of what they provide, and we're closing out with another chop with $0 setup fee. Those are a couple of huge zeros up on the board. It means that your stores do not pay a penny unless you actually have a sale. So, there's one reason we did that. We're in the business to help your stores grow and not bill you before you ever get a sale. So I just want to take a moment to say how proud I am to all the people that are at TCGplayer. Some of them are staying up to the night. We saw the trouble that was happening in October. We saw what looked like dire straits. We saw some of our friends going out of business. We tabled every single initiative that we had planned and began working on this service for your stores right at that point. They have put in some tremendous hours to make sure that the product was ready for you. So I hope that you're excited about TCGplayer Pro being available for your store starting today. And I do mean today, like right now, you're going to be able to sign up. We're over at the side here, right here at the GAMA Trade Show. You can also go to TCGplayer.com in a few minutes. It's going to be live up on the website. You'll be able to go through some walkthroughs, read the help files, sign up right there. But today's launch of TCGplayer Pro, this is just the absolute beginning for the product. As a company, we're not taking our foot off the gas. What we just accomplished in 4 months, wait till you see the next 4 months. We are committed to helping your stores reach your full sales potential, and we've already begun work on some great additional features. We're going to be getting your feedback once you start using the product. We're going to be reacting to that. We're going to be building out new services based upon what you request, but we're already starting work on some great products. So I want to close by highlighting just 3 of the additional features that are underway and you'll be seeing roll out as part of TCGplayer Pro in the coming months. So first up, more product lines. We are not held back any longer by waiting for somebody else to give us their product line sync, so we can give you everything that ranges across the full spectrum of the hobby industry. So you're going to see retro video games here.
Oh!
Board games, comic books, sports and trading cards, RPGs and miniatures, action figures, and Funko Pops. So this means in a store like 820 Hobbies, all those product lines that they were selling in a physical store but cannot yet sell online, now they will be able to sell those within their own online web store and sync it up to TCG Player should they choose to. That's going to drive additional revenue. It's going to help them reach their potential sales. I think it's going to be tremendous for a lot of your stores. Next up, even more TCG Player apps to help you customize your daily text. These are more than just pricing apps. I want you to think about messaging apps. These allow you to have real-time notification with your customers right on your cell phone. You're not going to be tethered to a desktop anymore, so you can get that instant, good feedback relationship with your community. Sales data. Sales data that exports into your accounting software of choice, like QuickBooks, Xero, Wave, Zoho, and web design. It's not just about developers or applications, all the tools that you use for your website. We're building you 20 themes as part of day one. TCG Player is going to continue adding on new themes and templates, but you're going to have access to a huge designer community as well. They're going to be creating additional themes and templates for you. You can just download and try out on your new store, so you don't have to worry about graphic designers ever again. And we're closing it out with custom product images. We know how important it is for you to be able to sell those truly unique items that people walk into your physical store to buy and finally sell those online. So you will be able to sell those unique products. You're going to have up to 10 images that you can assign to each product. You're going to be able to put custom text on that product. And so the experience the customer has buying from you online will be the exact same as if they walk directly into your physical store. So this feature is going to work across all your product lines. We've got Zelda up here, so it's retro video games, it's comic books, but it also works with those truly unique and high-end products like a signed black rose. And when this feature launches, I'm excited to announce we'll be redacting our commission on these high-end products. You're going to be able to cap them at just $50 per product. This means a product like this, or those products that go into the thousands of dollars, you can now comfortably list them online and not have to worry about fees on these products. So it really allows you to take advantage of promoting those awesome product lines on your digital store as well, so customers can see them, your own people that come into your store can see them online. So this is the new TCG Player Pro. I really do think that once you get your hands on it, you're going to be seeing that starting from this day forward, gaming retail will never be the same. So, on behalf of the people at TCG Player, I just want to say thank you all for attending tonight's presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.